Hey traders, checking in on the stock market today. Some consolidation out there, which is currently healthy for the most part, setting up some potential daily bull flags. But we're heading into September, which is statistically the most bearish month of the year. Is there anything to worry about? Let's look at the charts. So SPY, we can see a daily inside bar day today. And if it breaks bearish under 450.92, daily consolidation is then underway. Keeping in mind we have our new benchmark daily high or low support with anything above 446.16 as a high or low. So a simple statement, if 446 is holding as support, the daily uptrend is just fine for the bulls. We're going to be keeping an eye out for hourly oversold conditions. We know as back burner trades, names coming off all-time highs and significant bull moves, we keep an eye out for first hourly oversold conditions to set up daily higher lows. So if the inside bar breaks bear tomorrow, looks like we got some bullish action after hours, a little bit of a bounce up. But if we have a bearish break of the inside bar, we then zoom out, we scout our daily higher low, we watch EMA 12 support, and we keep an eye on hourly RSI. And QQQ is doing the same thing. A little bit of a stronger close, but a daily inside bar. Same thing. Higher low is 371.97. That's our benchmark level. And if we get a bear break, we will scout hourly oversold, looking for a daily higher low. The financial sector is continuing its daily consolidation. Plenty of space for a higher low here. We are watching this uptrending resistance line on XLF after the inability to get any follow through on the new all-time high. But what matters most in the short term is the daily higher low. What does the retracement size look like? Here's our last daily higher low, big bull move. And at this point, we've pulled back about 40%. If we see another red day and we pull back 50% plus, that's when we start to scout an equilibrium to be the most likely scenario. If we set the daily higher low from here and it's set at 38.26, then that favors the possibility of continuation to a new all-time high. And of course, if we were going to drop down and not set a daily higher low, we would need very notable bear volume increasing to just fall right through that recent support down at 37.22. So again, we're always watching what our major sectors are doing and what does the consolidation look like? Are there any red flags? And obviously for QQQ, there's none. For XLF, there's none at this point. And XLV, have to be keeping a little eye out here because if we see, we did set a daily high or low at 134.41. So if we fail to break the all-time high at 137, and if we drop down and lose the daily uptrend, that's confirming a daily downtrend. And again, bigger picture, plenty of space to maintain a weekly higher low. We haven't tested weekly EMA support in 6 weeks, but weekly consolidation will be underway if that support level of 134.41 does break. So we are keeping an eye on that for the rest of the week. And if we do see that support level break, to me it means one of our other major sectors needs to be stepping up and offsetting that healthcare sector weakness. So maybe that would mean XLF sets a daily higher low and tries to see a new all-time high. Again, just always watching to see what is the rotation looking like and is it continuing to play out. IWM daily consolidation started today. This is a possible daily bull flag at this point. So looking at the hourly trend, if the bulls can change the hourly trend back in their favor by breaking the high of today, tomorrow, daily higher low is set at 224.33. And we're looking at the high of 227.35 to try and continue the daily uptrend. And again, the bulls would love to see something like this from the last time SPY had a fear reset. It happened 3 times, and that one was the most significant. So bulls hoping to see continuation. And again, if the bulls can maintain this daily uptrend all the way to all-time highs, it'll confirm a monthly bull flag. So watching closely for any growth names, because that's what the bulls want to see. XBI is fending off daily consolidation. Nice holding support first thing this morning. We've now got a higher low every single day for the last 8 days. Bigger picture. The next major resistance is 141.50. And if we look at things on the monthly time frame, we set our low. We had the high of the monthly bounce. Now we have a double bottom. And if the bulls are going to resume a confident monthly uptrend, they have to break 141.50. Still a ways away. And when we lose the pattern of a higher low every day, we're going to scout a daily higher low with a lot of space to work with. So just looking at XBI and IWM, again, this is how correlations come into play for me, I can say that XBI had a bullish correlation with IWM today because IWM broke the low of yesterday and XBI did not. So they've been bouncing the same amount of days, but IWM has consolidated twice within that move, and XBI hasn't consolidated once yet. MSOs, so USMJ trying to defend support. Really, it was Canadian MJ that stood out today. And I'm looking at this as our low, daily lower high, held support, bulls must break, 33.47 resistance. And again, from that in-depth video that I put out over the weekend, looking at the MJ sector to be growth laggards, today was a big day for some Canadian MJ bull names. ACB, which stood out as a lead bull, got to the highest price in over 6 weeks today. And we didn't close above that level, but we confirmed a daily trend change, and that is notable to me. We got TLRY. So again, confirmed a daily trend change, but there is an upper wick. And I'm looking back at the previous SPY fear reset, which is when IWM saw that big bounce that we just looked at. This is what TLRY did during that big bounce. And we went from 13 to 23. It's a massive move, 75% plus. This right here looks a lot to me. I did a bad circle. This right here looks a lot to me like this right here. And this was the low where the SPY reset took place, and the SPY reset was a bit further back here. But what stands out to me is a slow bleed, little bounce to a daily lower high, brief consolidation, and the breakout happened with a big upper wick here, and then the next day followed through. So here's our base, here's our little consolidation, and here's our breakout, and there's that upper wick again. So that's this candle right here reminds me of this candle for the bull break, but not confident. But tomorrow is key because tomorrow followed through. And then next thing you know, we're breaking out. So if we can break 14.19 tomorrow on TLRY, that to me is going to look really a lot like this last time around. So starting to get a shift CGC, unable to break resistance. And this is the stick in the mud of the group. Have to get over $18 if we're going to confirm the daily trend change. So bulls still have proving to do, but today was a day where, these names are up 5 to 7%. That gets us paying attention. We closed only up, 2 to 4%, which is a big difference. We gave back a good bit of that profit, but paying attention. SMH, semiconductors pulling back. So again, a pattern of a higher low every single day for 7 days. That pattern broke. And I can't stress enough the pattern of a higher low every candle when it happens for 8, 10, 12 candles in a row and just acting on that change in the pattern. It's just such a simple pattern. And you can see today for SMH, any bear that acted on a break of 271.99, we dropped down to 268.73. There's your day maker right there. And yeah, it's not a huge move. There's some leveraged instruments on ETFs that allow for 3 times leverage, but that's over 1% to the low of the day. And if you're making 1% a day, you win this game. Making 1% a day on average is very hard to do. So that's a worthwhile trade to be keeping an eye on, and I see it on all time frames. Sometimes I'll use it on the 2-minute time frame and make a day trade based off of it. Sometimes we got it on the weekly. We had AMC on the weekly time frame. Lower high every single week. All right, does this look weird? Lower high every single week, 3, 6, 8 weeks in a row. We broke it at 37.16, and look where we stand now. Up 27%. Look at Penn, lower high every single month. Working with a new keyboard if you haven't been able to notice. Lower high every month, 1, 2, 3, 4. Generally I like it more than that, more candles than that. Higher low every single month. 3 month, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. When that pattern breaks at 102, we then drop down to 61. Lower high every month. That pattern breaks. Let's check back in a couple months and see how much follow through the bulls were able to put together. These patterns are easy, but they're worth paying attention to. So SMH is looking for a daily high or low. The bulls need an hourly trend change back in their favor. So that's what they're going to try and put together tomorrow. If we fail to do so and we break the low of today, we watch for hourly oversold conditions. We watch daily EMA 12 support, which will be approaching at that point, and we're still looking for the daily high or low. So a name like NVDA, Daily consolidation underway. Again, higher low every single day. 7 days in a row. That pattern breaks at 225. We drop down to 221, 2% drop. Hourly did not get oversold. It got real close. And actually, you know what? Looks like it did get oversold. I've got it set to the close of the candle, but you can change it to look at the low, and that will tell me that the RSI dipped down to 31.25. So it got real close, and then the bulls front ran it. And when I say front run, I mean essentially just jumping in early, trying to skip the line. And so, right above first hourly oversold conditions, which again is the back burner, pretty solid hourly bounce. So we're scouting daily higher lows in SMH and NVDA. Question is it a bull flag or not? And certainly with the amount of retracement at this point, bull flag is still on the table. And as long as daily EMA 12 is support, the bull flag remains on the table as a possibility. Chinese names had a little bit of strength today. Daily higher low set on Baidu. Again, look at the retracement. The retracement is favoring a trend change here. Higher low is set, and now it is all about 158.37. KWEB a little bit weaker. No, they've recovered by the end of the day. They were weaker last time I looked at them. Daily trend change confirmed. When's the last time KWEB gave us a daily higher low and higher high? All the way back here in May. June, July, August, 3 months without doing it. We just did it. Volume climax. Look at the weekly volume stacking up at that low. And now the weekly bounce is underway. So we change the daily trend, we zoom out, and we scout a weekly lower high. Weekly EMA 12 has been resistance for a long time. We'll keep an eye on that level if this daily uptrend continues. When we lose the daily higher lows, our weekly lower high has been set. Baba is the weaker name. We saw that days ago. Why did we see that? Because the size of the retracement. So Baba is still favoring a potential daily equilibrium, while those other names have already confirmed a daily trend change. So when you're comparing names in the sector, retracement sizes on moves are a very easy way to do so. So anything under 174.15 is just a lower high. Key support is now 158.23. And we'll see if the bulls tighten up, or can we confirm a daily trend change? Gold daily uptrend remains intact, higher lows. So higher low, higher low. Anything above 1780 is another higher low. Bulls are trying to set it. It's a battle here. One of two things are going to happen. We're either going to break weekly resistance of 1834, keeping the daily uptrend, or we're going to lose the daily uptrend without breaking 1834. If we lose the uptrend without breaking 1834, it's a weekly lower high rejecting from resistance, and we then scout a weekly higher low and a potential inverse head and shoulders setup. If we keep the daily uptrend, then we're just going to break that level eventually. So, 1780, daily higher low, key support. We already looked at IWM. Who else was I going to look at here? Netflix keeping its cup and handle bull break following through. Solid day, solid close. There's one other name I wanted to look at. We're going to not lose sight of Tesla's monthly equilibrium. All about 781 from here. Tesla's had a good week. Past week, or this week. Daily uptrend. Lack of resistance here. 754 and 781. If we lose the daily uptrend without breaking 781, it's potential to remain within this monthly equilibrium. But in my opinion, if we're going to reject from 781, it has to be broader market weakness that's going to help bring it back down. If this pattern breaks bull, we're talking all-time highs right back on the table. There's nothing bearish about this monthly chart whatsoever. Very healthy. Look at the pattern. Higher low every month. How long did we put that together? 3, 6, 9, 10 months. That broke at 717. We dropped down to 539. All right. Hope you had a good day. We'll check back in tomorrow. Don't forget to do good things. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff as well.
6, 7.